Good evening. Take 3. This is the 3rd time I'm starting this video. The first time I had some visitors that came walking through the door there, and I didn't want to have them on the video in case they don't want to be on video. So I stopped it, and I had been like 5 minutes in to the video. And this is not a Temu haul. But there is a haul of sorts over here, a Dollar Tree haul, but it's like not anything you want to see. I'll show you anyway. It's mundane. Is that a good word? Mundane. Okay, so it is Sunday night, April 7th. It's 8:22 Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Arizona. We are now lined up with Pacific Standard Time. We don't change our time, but the time changes around us. So during the spring and summer, we're on California time or Pacific time. I used to live in California, so I always call it California time. And then in the wintertime, we are on Mountain Standard Time. So it's kind of cool because I have some relatives back east. So it's a 2-hour difference instead of a 3-hour difference. And so anyway, that's that. Tomorrow is the solar eclipse, which there's a lot of news flying around about different meanings, different happenings, different and new ways to be afraid. Some of the news is just spurting out whatever they can say to cause fear, and then there's more discerning news, looking into the meaning of the date, the occurrence. I think somebody said that the solar eclipse will be visible in a town named Minerva, but there's several in the United States with that same name. So there's some kind of a meaning for that, and I actually have not been researching it, so I can't speak to any of that subject matter. All I know is that I am not afraid. I am not here to live and be afraid and to be in fear. That's Butterscotch. He likes butter and whipped cream. And he's like, this is good stuff. It is. And you can't get this at the Dollar Tree. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, Ready Whip. My cat, Butterscotch, loves it. Did I mention there's a ring light right in front of me that makes me look really white? But I'm very white. And I tried to adjust it the other night, and I turned it off, but I've got to, let me see if I can make this go a little bit lighter. Butterscotch wants to be pet. What's going on? Okay, nothing is happening. There. Is that better? That's a little better. It's blue. And then that's red. I don't like that. And then, ooh, no good. That's better. One more time. Okay, blue. All right, no, it's kind of shadowy. Eventually I'll get the lighting okay. Let me turn this light off and see if it's better. It's too dark behind me. Okay, there's that sparkler thing in the back was purchased on my very first sponsored Temu haul, Techno Gadgets, and all it is simply is a solar light effect that usually you would put outside in your yard. I kind of like it though. I'm gonna get some more. That was about $3, so, and I think that's pretty good. That's actually really good. I was watching just very briefly. Erin from Hey Everybody. She does almost, I think every single day she does a video, a Temu video, and she was mentioning that it's Temu, right? I'm just going to say Temu. I'm going to stop trying to figure out what is the right way to pronounce it and just say Temu. Anyway, she's saying that she bought some shoes, I think, because I've been really busy. My sister's in the hospital, and she's got pneumonia, but she's going to be okay. Hopefully she comes home tomorrow. Anyway, so she was talking about shoes and how when Temu first started coming out, it's that online marketplace. You can buy like a billionaire or something like that. Everything's cheap, and yes, the prices are very cheap, but she's finding, and she's an authority on it at this point, because she's been doing it for quite some time. She's got over 12,000, maybe 13,000 subscribers. You should watch her if you haven't. Maybe you have. It's HEYYY Everybody, and she's just hilarious. I want to be just like her when I grow up, although I'm probably older than her. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is just a video because I want to try and do a video every day, and so far I'm unable to do that. It's been 2 days. So if I do it every day, I hope I can. I just hope that it's not too boring, and I hope that people like me and subscribe. I got one more subscriber. Hey, thank you. If you're watching for the first time, thank you so much for giving me a chance. We'll see how it goes. You know, my channel is about uplifting things. It's about health. It's about how to age gracefully. It's about what is the best foods to put in our bodies. How do we make sure that what we buy at the store is not tampered with in any way? And I don't know if you know what I mean. I mean, you look at packaging for Nabisco. I think it's Nabisco, yes. And it says bioengineered on the ingredients. That's not good. And some of the meats are being injected with things. And I'll find out more and let you know. And maybe you're already aware of it. If so, let me know. And we can collaborate and commiserate and make some good choices, some good decisions. I don't even know where I was going with that thought stream. Doesn't that sound cool? Thought stream. As I said, this is not a Temu haul. This is just a conversation. This is just a video of thoughts. I did go to the Dollar Tree, so if you'd like to see what I bought. Oh, okay, so I'm going to, and I'll video this. There's another Shenanigans D, or Shenanigans 321. She is so funny and so cool. You will watch her as well. Down to earth. She's a flight attendant, and she's actually doing some renovations in her backyard, and she has inspired me to do the same. I'm in Arizona, as I said, and I'm in the Phoenix area. It's very dry, but it's just a dry heat. Starting to get warm. Anyway, my backyard is mainly dirt, and if anything grows, it's weeds. And of course, in the summertime, nothing grows. When I first moved here, the front yard was all dirt, and the weeds would grow, and I just couldn't handle it anymore. And so a friend of mine, who's kind of a handyman and a friend that I worked with when I was working at Stryker Corporation, really big company. Anyway, I bought a whole bunch of gravel, and between him and I, and a lot of him, he's a big guy, we spread the rocks all over the front, you know, under plastic. I was going to use that other material that's a plant material, but I was thinking, you know what, if I do that, the weeds are going to come up through the rocks, and that would be a complete nightmare. It's worse than dirt. So I put some very heavy plastic down, like black. It looks like hefty trash bags, but it's really a thick plastic all over the dirt, and then the gravel on top of it. It looks really good now, and there's no weeds at all. The backyard, there's one tree, and then there's a fence, and then one area is graveled, but it's a very short strip, and the weeds come up when it rains and stuff like that. And so I don't know what I want to do. So I was looking at what she was doing, and she's like putting, you know, little gnomes and things and plants and planting a garden and stuff like that. My sister has a green thumb, and she can take care of all that stuff. But I want to get things like a little wishing well, and maybe some stone pathways and gravel, and maybe a little area of turf or grass. If I can actually make grass grow out here. It's just, you know, everything is so expensive. So when I do things, I'm trying to be cost effective right up front and in the future. The people that want to put a pool in, things like that, those are going to generate, you know, make you have to spend money. And right now it's all about saving money and being self-sufficient as much as possible, being healthy, eating well, working out. I work out about 5 days a week, and I've got an addictive personality, so I'm trying to choose things that that are healthy and good for me. Because if I like something, I just do it too much, or I eat it too much, or drink it too much. So I try and cut out alcohol. No more for me. But like this is like one of my habits. Ready Whip, sugar-free, caffeine, carb-free, zero carbs, zero sugar, and I put it on everything. Fruit, what that's what my indulgence is now, is whipped cream. All right, back to my little Dollar Tree. These all right. Now, we like to put our, if you, some people like to wear these, and I don't know that I do, but for $1, if you go to a regular store, a Target or a Walgreens or the grocery store, and you buy one of these, it's $6 or more. But at, I don't know if I have I'm going to try and get this plastic off. Let me cut this. And it's just a headband. It's a headband fashion, whatever, you know what I mean. So this was $1.25, and when I take my makeup off, I like to, get my hair out of my eyes. So I buy these, and then if I work out, this is actually too floral for public. I'd rather wear a solid color, but you take what you can at the Dollar Tree, and you take it in abundance because you don't know if it's going to be there next week. Anyway, so I mean, you can wear it like this. And it can be a little cute, or it could be too young for me. But anyway, so I bought that, and I was talking about the backyard. Well, actually, outside the front door, I've got like a kind of a hallway type thing, a covered little sidewalk leading up to the door, but it's all covered, which is really good because when you walk outside, I'm facing the west. When it's like in a month from now, the sun will be beating right down, so it's nice to have that hallway. Anyway, so there's like on either side of the little sidewalk, it's dirt, and I'm putting things like this. Little rocks, that's cute. So I bought that for $1.25. And I think I might have another bag somewhere. So I bought 3 of them. I got Hope, Love, and Peace. And then also because my dream, I think I've mentioned before, is to develop a green thumb. So I bought Job's houseplants, fertilizer spikes. Does anyone ever use these? There. So either I'll do it or my sister, the green thumb, when she gets out of the hospital. And another thing for my cats, one of these little crinkly things. Butterscotch is already looking at it. So this was very, I mean, I think these kind of hauls sometimes are like conversation starters because it keeps your mind busy. ASMR. Have you noticed all the ASMR videos? They're kind of, where you just hear things opening, closing, different textures, touching different textures, listening to different sounds. It can be soothing, but it can also be annoying. Let's see if a cat gets that. And then the other thing that I bought, I have another bag, and I left it in the car. I just bought a few sugar-free candies. And they don't always have these, so I bought 3 bags. They're Coastal Bay sugar-free hard candies. So this is like orange, cherry, lime, and that's it. I didn't bring all of my haul in, so that's all I can talk about. Anyway, I went to, and I hope and I pray you can hear me, because I am not using my microphone, and it seems to work better when I don't. All right, update on the castor oil. I'm still using it. I'm above 50 years old. I'm above the next number of years old, and I'm trying to stay young and healthy, and I'm trying to use natural things for my skin. Somebody said that castor oil is good for so many things. You can put it in your belly button, and it's supposed to help with digestion in your abdomen area. I was doing it for a while. I don't know. I do know that, you put it on and it's very, it's kind of heavy. It's almost like Vaseline, but or an oil. It's like a heavy oil, and I put it on my face once a day, and it seems to be making the application of makeup the following morning better. It usually when I put makeup on, at this stage of the game with me and my age. You can see the makeup, but now my skin is more elastic feeling, more moisture filled. So it actually seems to be doing something good. And I'm not even 30 days in yet. So I think I'm going to keep it in my regime, but I will not be putting it on twice a day. I started putting it on twice a day, but when I get up in the morning, if I put that on, I have to wait a while before I get ready with makeup and things like that, because it's just kind of hangs on your skin. It's heavy on the skin, and it doesn't absorb right away. If you put it on at night, then you have the opportunity of several hours, 6 to 8 hours, where it's soaking into your skin, and it's really good for you. It's good to drink. I heard from Doug and Stacy, Living Off the Grid. That's another really good YouTube channel. Check it out. They said that, by gargling with it, and I mentioned that in my last video. If you gargle with it helps the inside of your mouth and the bacteria. It helps kill that. So there's a lot of, and as I learn more, I'm definitely going to be letting you know, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this channel. I think that we all need to help each other, don't you? It's like, why can't we live our life naturally, more naturally? Get away from all the materialistic ways of living, all the materialistic ways to try and stay young. The cosmetic procedures don't always have to be done. If we're eating well, if we're putting the right things into our body, and if we are doing the right things by staying active somewhat, just walking alone lengthens your life. So I like to go to the gym. I like to be in a classroom setting. So I like to do spin class, and I like to do body pump. Les Mills Body Pump. I go to EOS, if you're familiar with that chain of gyms. It's almost like an LA Fitness used to be. Big gym. They have, inside their gym, they have like a little movie theater where they've got like a treadmill, like multiple treadmills, stair steppers, ellipticals, bikes, incumbent bikes. Sometimes there's a rowing machine in there, and you can watch a movie while you work out. They also have the classroom setting of workout where you can do cycle classes, you can do yoga classes, Zumba, body pump. And I like body pump and I like cycle. I like to get the cycling in. And the body pump is to tone and build my muscles. As you get older, you lose muscle mass. And so it's very important to take care of yourself by some form of exercise. Otherwise, you'll become less healthy. When we get older, a lot of the things that we do are sedentary. Our lifestyles are more sedentary. But remember when you were a kid, and if you're watching this and you are a kid or younger, I don't know whether when you were even younger, you were out more. You were out playing. You were playing sports or even just riding your bike or something like that. We don't see a lot of that now with kids. Many times they're inside on their screens, whether it's a phone, they're texting or social mediaing or playing video games and things like that, which, in small doses, that's fine, but not if it's your main focus. So, yeah, it's really good. It's really important. Also, mental health. Did you know that 1 out of 5 people have had trauma in their life? I actually think it's more than that, but there's you never know. If you might be with 5 people and each one of them are the one of 5. So it just, a lot of people go through trauma in their life. I did. I think traumatic experiences set the scene and set the tone of your life. And if you don't address them, if you don't work through them, if you don't realize what happened was wrong, if something happened to you and it was abusive towards you, we don't always feel like it was wrong, or we know it was wrong, but sometimes we think it was our fault. And so what generally happens after that is negative things continue to happen until you address it, until you look inside, you look at yourself, you look at what happened to you, you find a counselor or a friend or someone at your parish, church, if you're religious, your temple or your church, like a pastor or a minister or a spiritual advisor, to talk about some of these things. I like to volunteer, and I'm currently, and as you go through, okay, so I think that, I was talking to my niece last night, and I think that, how when things might happen that aren't good, that you've been hurt in some manner, or something has happened, even if it's just an accident, somebody hit a drunk driver, or even just a collision, a simple accident like that, that's trauma. There's the other kinds, that is sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, parents that aren't good to you, aren't nice to you, you're treated badly or bullied, and you wonder why. And you get to, and maybe you go through life hurt and reacting because of that, or not reacting at all, isolating maybe, hiding, or projecting, or putting a veil over yourself, a figurative, symbolic one, where you don't want anyone in, so you pretend to be what you think you should be, but inside you're hurting. I think it's really important to acknowledge that, understand that you're not alone, understand that it's not okay, understand it's not your fault, and to try and work through it somehow. There's many ways to work through it. I went to this training yesterday because I want to help people, because I've been through traumatic experiences, and it's affected me in many ways, with drinking too much. I had some abusive situations that occurred in my life, and maybe I'll go into them sometime, just to discuss it. But what happened because of that was negative things. I drank too much. I partied too much. You try and cover up and pretend, or cover up, or just to feel more comfortable in your own skin. It's really sad. And the thing is, what I've learned, because I'm older now, and I've come to some resolution with the things that have happened to me, and I feel like I owe it to others to share my what's happened, my coming through it, becoming healed. I'm in recovery. I'm in healing from the things that happened, and now I can get to know myself for who I am, and to accept myself for who I am. I didn't know I was going to be talking. I thought I was going to just mention that I went to this wholehearted thing yesterday. It was a training on how to address different traumatic experiences that affect yourself. One of the things, the wire fence for reflection, how would you describe the hole in your heart? Oh my God. Does anyone have a hole in their heart? Where you're feeling damaged, where you're feeling hurt, and where you don't know how to recover from that. In my case, what part of the what part of it stood out to me was my lack of self-worth, my lack of self-love, my lack of acceptance, my lack of forgiveness. And so what I want to do now that I'm addressing myself and getting to know myself as an older woman, I want to turn that around and help others. And in helping others, it gives joy. It brings joy. It brings purpose to life. So that's just a little tidbit. Do you like hearing this kind of stuff? Let me know, because it's going to be part of the things that I talk about in the future. I won't dive into that today too much more. I just kind of wanted to come on and say hello, happy Sunday. And we're having a solar eclipse tomorrow. What's going to happen? Is it going to be a regular day? Is it going to be, or is it going to be, is it going to get dark where you are? In some places, it's going to be dark during that time period. If you'll bear with me, I think I'm going to look up on Chrome. Let me open up. Excuse me. Oh, everybody's asking me what time is it going to be. So let's see if we can find out. What time will the solar eclipse happen? On where and how to watch. I heard that it was the 5 stages of 2024 total solar eclipse explained. On Monday, April 8th, a total solar eclipse will sweep across Americas. Here's how it will play out. On Monday, April 8th, the 2024 total solar eclipse will sweep through the sky over North America. While all of North America and Central America will experience at least a partial solar eclipse, those within a path with a width of approximately 115 miles, passing over 15 U.S. states, Mexico, and Canada, will also witness a totality as the moon entirely covers the disk of the sun. You can watch the total solar eclipse live on space.com. You can also keep up with all the eclipse-related action with our Total Solar Eclipse 2024 Live Updates blog. Let's see if it says what time. Don't be in the dark. Okay, so they're talking about eclipses in the past, and then all the different, I'm looking at space.com, stages of total solar eclipse 2024 explained. So if you just go there, I really was just kind of wanted to see what time. And I heard like in the Pacific Standard Time, or it's going to be around 11:30 p.m. a.m. So that would be 11, 12, 1, 2. So just figure anywhere between noon and 2 o'clock, depending on where you are, is about when this is going to happen, according to Pegs, Irish Wilk. But let me see one more before I sign off. I want to see if I can get an answer to this question again. I'll try it again. What time in Pacific Standard Time? Yeah, they're not really saying. Okay. So according to the timeanddate.com, which tracks solar eclipses, the April 8 eclipse will start being partially visible in California at 10:03 a.m. So that's 10:03 Pacific Standard Time. So just calculate according to the time zone that you're in and add that. And so it's going to be from 10:03 a.m. and end at 12:31 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's watch it. The peak is expected to be around 11:15 a.m. So that's in my time zone. I'll be at work. So hopefully the world won't end. All right, that's about it. That's all I have for now. What do you think? Was it a okay video? Let me know. It was good. It was good getting all this off my chest. That's, do you have a channel? Because this is kind of cathartic. Is that the right word? I don't know. I like words. Okay, so I will be back tomorrow after the eclipse, and maybe I'll have a haul to share, and maybe some words of wisdom, or maybe a setup for you to give me some of your words of wisdom. So happy Sunday, happy Monday if that's when you see this, and happy solar eclipse.